In today's video, we'll show guys what it's like to experience some of the creepiest mental illnesses. To start the video off, we have schizophrenia, which is found in 24 million people worldwide in this illness. You feel voices in her head, always taunting and messing with you from time to time.
Experience a brief simulation of a psychotic episode in a patient with schizophrenia. Schizophrenia can provide powerful experiences, especially for those undiagnosed or not being treated effectively enough. The symptoms you will experience represent a compilation of a range of sensory occurrences, as reported by actual patients. These occurrences include sights, sounds, as well as wind and even scents. If you have any discomfort during the experience, please signal a facilitator.
Oh, the phone will come up. Don't answer.
They'll know who you are.
You're a waste of space.
Why are you so stupid?
A waste of our time.
Stupid. So stupid. Worthless. We hate you.
He's gonna pick up the phone.
They'll know if you lie.
Rain! It's
Something
rain!
wrong. Weather.
Now to get pizza.
Poison.
Coming to you. Pizza.
He's hanging up.
Do you hear me?
Don't eat.
Out to get you.
Poison.
They know about you.
Camera was
Poison.
rolling when the armed gunmen entered the convenience store on 14th Street. The suspects were described as medium in stature with a slightly youthful demeanor. Anyone with information about this incident is urged to contact
They know.
authorities.
They know about you.
As you just saw, this was absolutely terrifying. And just imagine experiencing something like this in medieval times. Up next, we have two disorders, depersonalization and derealization. They're quite similar, but I'll show you the difference between them and then give you a glimpse of what they actually feel like through a simulation.
Realization versus derealization. Have you ever felt detached from the world or felt like you don't belong in your own body when you look down at your hands? Depersonalization and derealization is a psychological disorder in which this experience is intense and prolonged. About 50% of the general population have come across at least one of these experiences in their lifetime, but only roughly 2% are actually diagnosed with the disorder. It occurs equally in men and women and can start as early as one's early or middle years. But the two terms, depersonalization and derealization, are often mixed up and misunderstood, even though they're often grouped together. So what's the difference? Depersonalization is when you feel cut off from yourself, when you feel like a robot or like you're not in control of your own movements. Depersonalization disorder don't feel like themselves and struggle with feeling in tune with their emotions. These patients may feel like they're an outside observer of their own lives. They feel disconnected from their memories and may not remember them clearly. Most of the time, they have out-of-body experiences because they don't feel grounded in their own bodies. Symptoms of out-of-body experiences include hearing undefined sounds, such as a train going by or soft murmurs, and feeling like you're sinking into a bed while your body feels numb and out of control. Derealization is when you feel cut off from the world. Patients who experience symptoms of derealization feel as if they're in a dream or as if there's a glass wall or veil that's separating them from their surroundings. The world feels funny and distorted. Objects around them can feel and appear smaller or larger than they actually are. Surroundings may also be blurry or unusually clear. Sounds can seem louder and more overwhelming, and time can feel like it's slowing down or going too fast.
Now it's time for the simulation. So sit back and try to imagine what it's like living with this every single day. both of them are less visible and more mental. It's that lingering, unsettling feeling deep inside. But at times, you can also experience those strange, warpy visuals that make everything feel off. For our last one, we have Capgras Delusion. This one isn't just terrible for you, but those around you too. You have a constant feeling that our family, friends, pets, or even things that once felt like your own have been replaced by imposters. And I'll show you a patient for this one so you get a better idea.
2 years ago, David was involved in a terrible car accident while driving back to California from Mexico.
There was a problem with the car, and I landed in the highway with my head first.
Okay. But like this truck that is coming by, that's what I'm wondering.
For 5 weeks, David lay in a coma. Serious injuries led to the loss of his right arm. But to everyone's relief, when he regained consciousness, his mental capacities seemed to be intact.
He was articulate, he was intelligent, not obviously psychotic or emotionally disturbed. He could read a newspaper. Everything seemed fine, except he had one profound delusion. He would look at his mother and he would say, "This woman, doctor, she looks exactly like my mother. But in fact, she's not my mother. She's an imposter. She's some other woman pretending to be my mother."
The injury to David's brain had brought on a very rare condition called the Capgras delusion.
I was cooking dinner, and he probably didn't like the food that night.
Okay.
And he said, "You know, the lady who comes in the morning, she cooks much better than you.
Okay.
It's that lady. I like that lady very much." But the lady was me, of course, all the time.
David was also convinced that his father was an imposter.
He would say to his dad, "You know, I'm sure you would like to meet this guy. He's so much like you, but he drives better. He doesn't go so fast."
It can look identical to him, exactly like him, but it's not him.
After 2 months of this disturbing behavior, David's parents decided to seek help from Ramachandran.
But when you looked at the person who looked like your father, what was your feeling? Did it look like there's some other person who resembles your father? Is not really your father, something like that?
Exactly. There's a difference at the fact that I know that that person happens not to be my father.
Uh-huh.
It is not my father or my mother, right?
Okay.
I don't expect things from that person as I would expect from my parents.
No, they
I got to coma, the teacher today.
David not only had delusions about people, he also believed that the house that he lived in was just an imitation of his home.
One day he started getting really angry. "I want to go to my house. I want to go to David's house. I want to go to David's house." And we're in the apartment. And I'm just going, what am I going to do? So I decided, I said, "Okay, David, let's go." So I took him down the stairs. And I went around through the back, came back through the elevator, took him to bring, the same apartment. And I said, "This is your house." And I opened the door and I said, "Okay, ciao." And I just left him there alone. It was the same apartment. And he looked at it and said, "Oh yes, this is my apartment." Things like that would happen.
Right.
And then maybe a few days after, he would start saying, "I want to go to my house. David's house. This is not David's house."
Amazingly, David sometimes referred to himself as the other David, as if his own self were an imposter.
The Capgras delusion has been known since the turn of the century, but has been treated as a curiosity, an anomaly.
That's it for tonight's video. Hope you guys enjoy. Don't forget to like and subscribe. See you, and good night.